up next, we're going to talk about cues. Now, I probably should have taught you cues before the crescendo, decrescendo. I wanted to hit those two up because those are probably the most challenging as far as independence of arms go, of anything that we're doing conducting wise. So hopefully you're mastering the crescendo and the decrescendo with no problems. Now we're going to get a little easier for you and talk about a cue. So why would we use a cue? Maybe we have a soloist, a section, a group needs to come in. Heck, sometimes I'm like, hey, I want you to cue the drill. And so maybe the band's going 16 and then 16. And so I want you to cue each set of 16. So you've got, for example, measure 14, 2, 3, 4, measure 15, 2, 3, and 16, 2, sorry. Then here's the next set of 16, 2, 3, 4. And so that kind of helps the band know we're about to change something as far as the drill goes. It's just a one way to help musically and to also help visually with the band and understanding where they are in the drill. So let's talk about cues. So the basic thing for a cue is, once again, you will be cueing with your left hand. So we're going to go back up to the prep. And the prep of, like I said, picking up the telephone. Okay? Think about the angles, and hopefully you've developed some good habits working on your crescendo and your decrescendo there. So the cue is going to be delivered to, and we're going to use and for this purpose, just like 45 degrees and out. And you're going to look towards it. Bring back in. So my eye contact is with the center of the band, and back out. Back in and out. Now the cue can vary different levels. I mean, we could give a high cue, we could give a medium cue. Typically, we're not going to give a low cue. Might have to if it's maybe we're cueing in the front ensemble for whatever reason. But we're going to go in our case for a mid cue, okay, a middle cue. So what I want you to do is I want you to show me the prep. We're going to cue on beat 1. So here's the prep. This is in between 4 and 1. And the cue is on 1. And you're going to hold it for 3 beats. 1, 2, 3, then back in on 4. So show me prep. Show me cue. 1, 2, 3, 4, and in. Again, back to prep. Ready, and go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and down. Now add your eye contact with it. Ready, 2, to prep, and go. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. That last move was a little robotic, not fluid. Let's try that again. Prep, 2, 3, 4, and cue. 2, 3, 4, and down. Now a lot of times we're not going to cue out in 45 degrees. So think of maybe I'm gonna bring it in just a little bit to this microphone that you see here, so that you can see exactly what I'm doing as I take the cue. So the motion, I didn't really talk about the release, but what you want to do to really make a good cue happen is you've got your prep here, and you've got to roll out like you're rolling out the indication to play, like it's your turn. Okay, so take a little time to practice from here to rolling out and looking as you do it. From here and roll out as you do it. Okay, make that sequence and make that movement very fluid as you can make it. So we're gonna give the cue, and so what I want to do is we'll stop on the prep. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and. Okay, so we're gonna freeze here once again, just like we did in our previous video. So we're gonna stop here before we give the cue. Okay, so you'll freeze here. Let's make sure we have that in place. 1, ready, set, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and. Again, one more time. 1, ready, set, and go. 1, 2, 3, prep. Awesome. Okay, so after the prep is obviously going to be the cue. You're going to continue to conduct. You're going to go down, 2, 3, pick it up. Let's do that again. This is the cue. So we're going from here to down, 2, 3, pick it up. Do that again. So prep, down, 2, 3, pick it up. Then you can continue with 4/4 time. Let's see if we can piece this together. Once again, hopefully I'm moving not too fast, but at a pace that you can go back and review and master the cue. Okay? Let's try this. Ready? One measure 4/4, a prep, a cue, and then a pickup. Ready? And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and cue. 2, 3, pick it up. Now notice that my eye contact. Don't forget, as Mr. Miyagi in Karate Kid said, eye. Always look eye. You know, always make eye contact with what you're trying to focus on. So the cues can happen in all kinds of directions, and so that's going to be a matter of you using your waist to rotate and to pivot around in order to give those cues. Okay. For right now, we'll just assume that all the action is happening over on the side of the band. Let's try that again. So 2, here we go. 1, 2, tay, ready, and go. 1, 2, 3, prep and hold. 2, 3, pick it up. And again, 2, 3, prep, cue, 2, last time, and 1, 2, 3, prep, cue, 2, 3, pick it up. It's so important that you move and you do these motions even in a slower time tempo than I'm doing if you have to, so that you're not learning some bad habits. So I'm going to show it to you the correct way, as if you were watching me conduct and you were on the field. So that's going to take me back to my left hand to cue. So we have 1, 2, 3, prep, cue, 2, 3, pick it up, and 1, 2, 3, prep, cue, 2, 3, pick it up. Awesome. So that is a cue. Now, while we're on the topic of cues, there's also the same motion, and it's called an accent. Let's say we want something to happen, that something's going to happen, but the note's not sustained. It's just a quick here type moment. It's kind of like it's your turn. So an accent is going to be 1 beat. A cue is going to be 3 beats. So on an accent, you simply accent, bring it in. Accent. So you hit here, accent, bring it in. Okay. So guys are pretty smart. I think you can get this. We'll talk about it a little bit. Do a little bit, and then I'll leave it to you to practice this movement. Okay. So accent, instantly bring in, and out, then in. So the motion is going to be an accent down, and accent down. Excuse me. Don't want to get ahead of myself. Okay. Let's try that slowly. Ready, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and accent down. 2, 3, again. 4, again. Sorry. 2, 3, and accent down. One more time. 3, 4. Here it comes. 1, 2, 3, and accent down. 3. As simple as that. I'm going to go back to my dominant side that I can do this with. Here's what you would see if you were in the band. 1, 2, 3, prep, accent, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, prep, accent, 2, 3, 4. There you have it. Cues and accents. Okay, now let's talk about some more showmanship stuff. So we've got crescendos. We've talked about cues and accents. So we're going to talk about a couple more advanced things, and this should then pretty much wrap up what we're looking for as we ask you to do your auditions in May.